Return to Aya. This is, I believe, the 4th Aya game, or like this is the 5th one I'm playing, because one of the ones I played was an extra, like an extra chapter of sorts. So this one captures. As you can see, Momiji has a warning for me. Just pretend you didn't see that. That's all I can say there. Thank you, Umbrella, for the resub. Heed Momiji's advice. I'm going to ignore that. So yeah. So we have... I clicked it to make sure it works. So we have a tutorial, alright? And we have episode 1. So I'm not really sure what the difference with this game. But I figured I'm starting it, so I might as well play the tutorial. Because it'll have some writing. And I like writing. Maybe we'll see new characters, get a taste of the new music, all kinds of good shit. So my first turnabout, learn about basic controls, progressing and discovering the truth while in the company of good friends and Eren. Ha! This is the story of Gensokyo's first mock trial. Good friends and Eren. Alright, this is a tutorial chat, so we're just here to enjoy the ride. It speeds up! Oh my god! Oh my god! It moves at an actual speed right now! Holy shit! The advancements right out the gate. Someday, sometime, defendant lobby. Bro, the typewriter. It's finally faster. I've been waiting 4 games for this. So then, I'll leave it all to ya. Ha! Well, I'll do what I can. But you know, why's it gotta be me who gets accused? It feels like business as usual to me, to be honest. Hey now. Well, I'll do my best. Aya, there she is. Oh, there she is. I love the art in this game. The art in this game is so good. Although I wish there was a way to close the text box so I could get a fuller view for the thumbnails, but I don't think you can do that. Maybe it's a display. No, that's for full screen. System. Speed. No, I don't see a button for it. And right click is like auto. What is it, Momiji? Usually it's right click, but right click is auto in this game. And when I hit auto by accident, things go awry. You're really going to be defending people in court? I've got to do it. And it should be a great opportunity to pump up the Boom Boom Mutter subscriptions. Chat, how many of you have seen the Phoenix Wright parody that Speedo Sausage made? I'm sure a lot of people, if not everyone, has at this point. That that video is fucked. Absolutely whack. But it's the kind of stupid I used to love when I was younger. I got you now, you fucking moron, bitch. Good video, yeah. I enjoyed it. One of my favorite gags and animation is when it sounds like the voice actor is like when the voice actor, like, he delivers his line in a way that kind of doesn't, like, it doesn't sound like he's actually doing a line in the animation, but he's actually, like, talking to somebody in the booth. That's funny as fuck. Like when the judge in that parody, he's like, right, stop, shut up. Like, it sounds like the guy who's doing the voice for the judge isn't actually, like, doing the voice for the judge there. Like, he's actually, like, pulled back from the script to tell the guy doing the Phoenix voice to stop talking. And that kind of delivery cracks me up. You don't see it very often, and I don't even know if that was, like, in the actual intention behind that one, but that's what it sounded like to me, and it cracks me up when it's like that. Like, something in the booth, something so wacky in the booth happens that somebody just pulls back and they're like, bro, what? But they keep it in there because the delivery is still fine for the characters and in role. Thank you, Diose, for the resub. I had no idea you subbed before. Unless you were Rumi at one point. Alright, sorry, this happens a lot. I get stuck on tangents. Objection! You made fun of me. Alright, here we go. But still, I barely know anything about court trials. Oh, don't worry about that. It's the same for me. Eh. It's the first time for all of us, after all. There's nothing to be done about it. Today, for the first time in Gensokyo's history, we'll be holding a practice session for the new court system. A very extraordinary day where use of spell cards will be prohibited. Is that really going to be all right? Wait, isn't right-click my menu? Yeah, I don't know why I said it was auto. The fuck is auto? I think it was scroll wheel. We'll just have to find out. I still can't help but worry. I love this Momiji pose. The arms widespread. You're always such a worrywart. At times like these, the one who can keep acting strong wins. But if you're just acting strong, then you're worried too, aren't you? Aya? Shut it! Besides that thing you had me read, what was it? Our legal textbook, collated by Sakuya and the crew of maids under the direct supervision of Patchouli herself, the Touhou Trials 1-hour primer. Where's a primer? You call it a textbook, but it was more like a field trip pamphlet. If you waver, you'll lose. Boo-hoo. But you did read it, right? Yeah, I read it. Just in case. Great, great. We'll be putting that stuff to use today. I don't feel great at all. I bet you I didn't read it. Classic. There she is, my favorite judge. Miss Flabbergasted herself. We are gathered here today to hold a practice session of the proposed court system soon to be instituted here in Gensokyo. Do keep in mind that this scenario is a work of fiction and any resemblance with real persons, places, or events appearing in the main story is entirely coincidental. Fiction? Main story. Pay it no mind. Huh. Oh yeah, there's that sleek, updated Patchy. This Patchy looked really good. You fully read the book I prepared for you out of the goodness of my heart, I hope. Of course I have. You're awful. You just have me read it for you. That's not it. Obviously I read it before you. Oh, your diligence does you credit. Then allow me to ask you a few questions. They should be quite simple for one who has read the primer. First of all, who is the defendant in this trial? I didn't read it. It's Marissa. Oh? This is a choice. Those might show up when you're asked a question that calls for a direct answer. The story will progress going by what you select here. Of course I knew that! Well, all you have to do is pick one then. I did. At least I thought I did. I know who it is. It's Marissa Kirisame. Yes, you are correct. Feels good, doesn't it? Feels good, doesn't it? Phew. And seeing as you were correct, I will overlook how you broke into a cold sweat. Now for the next question. Huh? Why are you so surprised? No test would end after a single question. Yes, that's right. Hang in there. Oh, look at that. Now, what has the defendant been accused of stealing? I have no idea. Stealing? So a stolen item. Aya? Did you forget what the case is about? You didn't tell me. Of course not. Really? Well, even if you have, can't you just look inside the court record at the upper right of the text box? Where? I told you I remember, but I'll just have to look to make sure. Touhou Trials 1-hour primer. The go-to handbook for trial procedures collected by Sakuya and a team of maids under Patchouli's supervision. Marissa was arrested in the vicinity of Ayante. The charge is burglary. The item that was stolen was this jar. Okay. My assistant, a faithful helper who could always be counted on. The defendant, or rather the person we consider the most likely defendant. Incidentally, her Hakuto and broom are undergoing maintenance right now. The prosecutor, she seems in oddly high spirits about this project for someone who is usually so apathetic. The big cheese. If she reads that, she'll get angry, and she gets scary when she's angry, so let's stop before I have to face her judgment. Alice, the witness, she's just doing whatever she wants to rub off on her or something. Eden, the owner of the stolen pot, a genius pharmacist who can't seem to stop making shady new medicine. Alright, well, Alice just got revealed, but I'm not surprised. Let's look, make sure. What? Why are you looking at me like that? By the way, what should I do afterwards? A According to the Premier, once you've scrolled to it in the court record, press the present button. Oh, when you present evidence, it's customary to shout, "Take that!" Are you sure? It's written right there in the pamphlet. Phew! Outside world trials are weird. By the by, I would appreciate if you did not call my book a pamphlet. You know what, chat? It's a very good thing that Clown Piece doesn't exist yet, because given recent events, I worry about chat's case of clussy fever. Anyway, back to the match. The stolen item is this urn. It seems that they were not lying when you claimed you had read the Premier. Naturally. Of course, the Yama can tell you're cramming. Don't say that out loud. They won't ever live it down if they find out. I'm telling you, it's completely hopeless. Perhaps it would be better if you two swapped roles. Mind your own business. Anyway, if you push profiles in the court record, you'll be given the cast of characters instead. It's important information, like the list of evidence, so make sure to look it over too. But my profile is not in there. Is it that fun to read stuff you wrote about yourself? I guess not. Phoenix did that, and Phoenix Wright too. He included his own profile in the profile tabs. Now I suppose it is time we get started in earnest. Me. What more else can I say? Trials will begin with the prosecution's opening statement leading to the major turning point witness testimony. Barring exceptions, the summoning of witnesses will be arranged by the prosecution, that being myself. Incidentally, Remy is to be the chief of police while Sakuya will serve as police detective. Understood. Feels like we're really picking up the pace of it all of a sudden. This might actually work out somehow. It's like I said, nothing to worry about. So let us move on straight to witness testimony. We will skip past the opening statement this time. It is essentially a prepared speech by the prosecution. Right. Let's get down to business. Oh, cocky now, are we? Eat. Maybe this wasn't the time for big talk. The witness may enter the courtroom. There she is, Shiny Alice. Oh, you want me to click? Oh, okay. When a witness is called to the stand, they are to state their name and occupation. How troublesome. Oh, I love her little doll. Alright, so according to her character profile, Alice has a bit of a mood. So, she's gonna be a bit of a, you know, not helpful. I'm afraid these kinds of formalities are an important part of court proceedings. Well, I suppose it's fine. I'm Alice Margatroyd, the puppeteer of 7 Colors. While this may be a mere tutorial, I hope you'll more properly introduce yourself in the main story. That is my prerogative as the one introducing myself. If it were me, I could slide in an advertisement for the Boom Boom Maru. I did that. I think that'd be a reflect poorly on you. Now, witness, begin your testimony. Tell us everything you saw without reserve. You mean the lines you fed me in that meeting? Don't say anything unnecessary. Yes, yes. What Alice saw. At that time, I was watching from nearby. Marissa flew in on a broom and blew a hole in the wall. Witness, it seems you intend to act as you please. That is my prerogative as the one giving testimony. So, what next? Oh, after testimony, the defense has the right to carry out a cross-examination. That's when we look for lies or misconceptions in the witness's statements. Sounds simple. You seem rather confident. Of course, after all, I am quite smart. When you say it yourself, it sounds a bit... It's fine, now let's press on. Oh, so you already know about pressing. What? I'm talking about pressing. There are 2 things to do during cross-examination, and that's to press and present. So when you press, you're pressing the witness for more testimony, but what about present? That's when you pick evidence to present to the court. But that's for later. For now, try pressing. Alright. Pressing is pretty much always going to be fine. Since there's no reason not to, go ahead and press all you want. Great, let's try it. Alright, I'm going to press Alice. I gotta be careful where I press, though. Just be a little careful. I don't want to press the wrong spot. What about that? Is it that interesting to prod that this kind of statement, miss? Momiji, you liar! That didn't do anything! It's not my fault! Pressing won't always be useful! You didn't try to stop her. That would have been asking to get hurt. Oh, really? Well, do you see how it works? I guess, but it didn't feel like this did anything. If you think pressing isn't going to accomplish much, then it's time to present. I understand. Let's present some evidence. This time I'll show you exactly what you have to do. Yeah, I knew. I paid attention. It should look like this. Well, that makes things easy. I don't remember if the previous games had profile presentation as part of the evidence. I know Phoenix Wright 1 didn't, and later on they did include profiles as like submittable evidence. Well, that makes things easy. But I don't remember if this series did that at any point. I'm only going to do it for this once. I won't be pampering you like when it's the real thing. Also, this time we'll be presenting a profile, but we'll be presenting evidence a lot more often. And I've also learned that you're pretty stingy, Momiji. Where did that come from? Now all that's left is to hit the present button. Oh, and this time you have to call an objection. Trials have so many weird rules. I remember playing Phoenix Wright 1 and the profile tab was essentially useless. So I was surprised when the evidence it wanted me to present was a profile in the second game. I was like, what? Okay. Higiari! Huh, that feels pretty good. By presenting proof of contradictions in their stories, you'll deal a serious blow to your opponents. So... I didn't mean to leave you hanging, Alice. That day Marissa couldn't have been flying on her broom, or blowing holes in walls. No! Alice, witness, why would you lie like this? Because it's a tutorial. It doesn't matter what I do. Stop that. And then after Marissa was put in prison, I'd sneak her books and food and get closer to her that way. Where do I start? In truth, I believe there are easier ways to go about making friends. Does that mean it's time for the verdict? I suppose it is. A mock verdict for this mock trial. That sounds a bit cruel. I will now deliver my verdict. I find the defendant, Marissa Kirisame. We didn't prove she didn't steal it, though. Wait a minute, slow down! We didn't prove she didn't steal it. I believe I understand now. These are somewhat different from the trials I am used to. Where's Eden? I will continue to research outside world legal texts to ensure the great possible authenticity. But I believe we now have a feel for the proceedings. Yes, that seems promising. Well, somebody's gotta go to jail. Though I must admit I have one concern remaining. It feels unfair that the prosecution stands alone while the defense has a partner. If you'll allow me to speak, Your Honor. Oh, what is it? I have no objections. No good? No good, you ask. You might as well have not said anything. I wrote as much in my book, but outside this tutorial, you'll be required to investigate for evidence yourself. I hope this will not be a problem. Eh? I never heard about that. No, it was written in there. You never told me. Why would you need to be told? We all read the same book, did we not? That's because, mine was missing a page. You appear to have your head in the clouds, but have no fear, I will bring you down to earth. Listen well, no matter how clever you believe you are. I'm sorry, I already know it was very wrong of me, I don't need a lecture. Your Honor, I'm afraid this will have to wait, we are out of time. And we will discuss this some other day. Please forgive me. Well, being your assistant looks like it'll be fun, Aya. You might regret those words in the future. Without a doubt. You stop that right now. When Momiji's around, it's like I have my own maid. I won't let you scare her off. Holy voice crack. So this is how you really feel, huh, Aya? Ah, no, it was just... Now, why don't we finish with that? Oh, I want to do it too. But this has not been done in the main story. Well, this is just a tutorial, which is why Alice has been doing as she pleases. And so I will be participating. Well, what about me? I don't want to just be the defendant, but it feels like it's where you belong. Well, all together now. 1, 2. Eh? Why is it already over? Shouldn't I have a turn too? I am the plaintiff, aren't I? What? Why is everyone gone? Objection. Oh, there's Aiden. There you go, chat. There's your tutorial. And now we move on to the real game. Hollow discourse on paper. There's buried treasure to be found. As that rumor spread through all Gensokyo, treasure maps began appearing on the market. What secret do the maps hide? Let's do it. Time for case 1. April 2nd. Yokai Mountain. All the speed. Every case in this game is set in the time frame of the 3rd game. What does that mean? You mean like it all takes place at the same time? The way the chest treasure our map. What was that? Trust me, chest golden digging X the spot. A chest with gold in it. Huh? I can't hear him anymore. What was that all about? Oh. And that's what I heard while I was on my way here. You listening, buddy? Buddy? Oh, I love Reimu. Hey, buddy! Is she broken or something? True. Eh? It true? Thank you, Pluto, for gifting the sub. Hello? Is it true? That story. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing to me, Orin? Did you do something to make me angry, Orin? Were you lying to me, Orin? Stop! Let go of me! Swear to me, that treasure map, it's for real? I swear, I told you everything. You. This time, it's going to be mine. That buried gold. Gold, 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 gold. Mine, 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 mine. Mr. Krabs is getting all sweaty again. April 4th, 9:09. Shamimaru Law Office. The speed. So, what do you have here? This is one of those famous treasure maps. What? Something wrong? No, it's just... that came out of nowhere. Why do you have a treasure map in the first place? I don't think it's that big a deal. Everybody has one. Everybody? Yeah, treasure hunting is the fad in Gensokyo right now, it looks like. Right now is right. Before yesterday, I never even heard about anything like that. Why does that matter? Aren't you always saying what happened yesterday is old news, unless it's about some kind of incident? I guess that's true. But then, this has to be an incident. Oh, you realized? Why would you hide that from me? It's not like I was trying to hide anything. Bah! Sip. It's lukewarm! Well, you left your tea just sitting there a long time. Like the incident. A way to rub it in, Momiji. Yes, I'll just put it over the fire again. But still, those treasure maps, there's no way they're real, right? That treasure map was added to the court record. A map that shows where a treasure was buried, but who'd ever believe that? Tengu's notebook. My most treasured possession that never leaves my side. Packed full of Gensokyo's greatest tales and secrets. I wish. Low-ranking Wolf Tengu works as my assistant. Apparently, you could also read Inubasha ni Momiji as faithful. How many Momijis are there? Oh, Jesus, there's so many. April 4, 1032, defendant lobby. It's so fast. So why are we stuck here? We still have a little while to go before the trial starts. I know, that's not what I meant. What do you mean then? I was speaking in a more fundamental sense. I'm asking, why are we here? Because we came here? I did not come here. I was brought here by force. A trifling distinction. Oh, Miss Remilia. So you'll be in charge of the prosecution this time? Not at all. It will be our gatekeeper. Oh no, Mei Ling's not a good prosecutor. Ah, her. Yes, her. No, wait, that's not the point. I want to go cover that treasure hunt craze today. Then you are in the right place. I am. This trial concerns those treasure maps. Huh? You mean the maps are fakes? Yes, well, I suppose the entire point of this trial is to determine whether they are fakes or not. So who's the defendant then? They should be brought here momentarily, but at any rate, I must be going now. Do you think it's Nazarene? This sounds like a Nazarene scheme. I got worried for nothing, thinking we were going to have to face Remilia. You didn't look worried at all, though. Yeah, tell me about it. Ah, fuck. It's her. It's not like that. I really was tensing up. What's wrong, Aya? Why is Tay here? What do you think? I'm here because I'm the defendant. What? 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 Momiji? Yes? Why didn't we ever notice Tay walk in here? She was in here from the beginning. Eh? I smelled her from the moment I walked in. Is that so? What's the matter? You sound exhausted already. That's because I'm already exhausted. Well, I'll be fine. There's no getting out of this now. So then, Tay. What? I'll need all the information I can get, so please cough it up, quickly. You sounded a lot like a cop there, friend. Hurry, hurry, we don't have much time. Just dragging people along at your pace like always. Well, whatever. It was the day before yesterday. So you claim you haven't done anything this time? I ain't saying nothing. Yeah, I don't know why, but they arrested me. Still, what a strange story. They suspect that all the treasure maps going around are fakes. This here isn't a fake map you drew yourself, is it? Where the hell is that? I don't remember doing anything like that. So it's a false accusation. That'd be a once-in-a-millennium occurrence. Even if you mumble like that, I can still hear you, you know. Oh, pardon me. Let's just go over what we know. Maps that supposedly show where a treasure is buried have been appearing on the market. There definitely are a lot of them going around. I got one with no trouble at all. How did you even get it? I picked it off the ground. Ah, I see. And I got arrested because of that? That's the question. There's no common thread. What do you mean? From what we know, there's no connection between Tay and the treasure maps, unless there's something Tay's not telling us. Hey there, it's time. Eh? There's the bailiff. Go on, please, enter the courtroom. Ah, damn it! Jacked. Court is now in session. Is the defense prepared? I guess. A rather non-committal response. We didn't get to finish our meeting. Well, these proceedings had to be arranged in a hurry, so there was no other way. Now then, what of the prosecution? Chat, I can't tell if that's different from the last time I saw her. I feel like her outfit is more green, but at the same time, the style, I don't feel like it's changed. Can anyone confirm? Can anyone confirm if this mailing has been touched up, or if this is old mailing? I feel like the green is a lot deeper in this art, so I think this is a new mailing. The prosecution is ready. So you are... Milady and Miss Patchouli are both busy today, so it's up to me to take on this case. That's to say that Mailing's court and fundraising sprites look very different. Oh. No, you are... Aya, did you forget her name? It's Mailing. That's right. Oh, come on. In any case, the prosecution may give their opening statement. The defendant this time. Calling her the defendant feels a bit too generous, but unfortunately the culprit isn't an official court designation. A Shinigami who acts like a court bailiff. Run as you like, there's no escaping your fate, even outside the trial version. The big cheese, she'll get mad if I call her that, so let's hope she never sees this file. The Scarlet Devil Mansion's gatekeeper takes the prosecutor's bench again, and will be participating actively this time. Participating? Participating? I am participating! In any case, the prosecution may give their opening statement. Yes, the suspect is accused of having sold fake treasure maps, meaning we are indicting her for fraud. And, we are charging her with selling a fake map to Reimu Hakude. And then, since many similar maps have been circulating, we'll be keeping it open the possibility that, there might have been other victims. That's what I think! Oh, my voice. Holy shit, my voice today, dude. So many voice cracks. She barely made it through that. Is everything going to be fine? Does that worry you? Of course it does. I had to think you'd worry for your opponent. I think you're misunderstanding. Well, I have only been awake for like over an hour. I swear, it was like 12 o'clock and I set my alarm for 15 minutes and I woke up 4 hours later. Not good. Eh? Won't it be a pain making sure she keeps up with us? Right, that's more like you. Now, does the prosecution have witnesses to call? Yes! Mei Ling's not very good at this. She's this game's Winston Payne. Prosecution. Yes! Prosecutor Hong Mei Ling, I had hoped you had become more accustomed to court proceedings. The prosecution is ready to start the cross-examination. Cross-examination is the defense's task. You will prepare witnesses. Did you not? Yes, I did. I guess the judge has it tough too. Then your first witness may take the stand, and we may finally get started. Hey, there she is. I adore this game's Reimu. I really do. This game has one of my favorite Reimus I've ever seen. Same with Iku, actually. One of my favorite Ikus. He feels like needles will start flying any second. Prosecution, what is this witness to testify about? The witness will testify about that. Yeah, that. I fear I do not know what that is. That is... that's it. About how she bought a map from Tay. That certainly does sound like something we should hear about. Whew, that was close. Do not relax just yet. So I just have to explain what happened? Yes, please begin. I got myself a map. It was the day before yesterday. I'd heard that there was buried treasure out there. Hold on, I have to read Reimu's profile. The Hakude Shrine Maiden got sold a fake treasure map and she's really mad about it. Heard there was buried treasure out there. I looked everywhere in the place drawn on the map I got from Tay, but I never found anything. And then yesterday, a throng of people who had the exact same map showed up there too. I'm sure they also bought their maps from Tay. It's obvious this is a scam. That's about it. And you say the defendant is Tay Inaba. I will now render my verdict. Please do. You can't end the trial yet. However, I still haven't done any cross-examination. Even so, why would you do this? Can you look at the defendant and say that again? Guilty! Guilty, guilty, guilty. We'll be alright, I'm sure. You don't sound like we'll be alright. That's because of what you're usually up to. Lock her up. Put her behind bars. Aki, I know you're a judge, but you can't be judging like that right out the gate. The day before yesterday. So how was it you heard about this? Auditing. Oh. Oren told me, she said she'd heard people talking about treasure map. You heard it from Oren. That's what I said. I guess she's the one who can be trusted. Somebody who can be trusted to an extent. Right? Oren's a good person. Ignore the fact that she was a corpse robber. A grave robber. I thought cats and dogs didn't get along well. It's a wolf and a kasha. I'm not a dog! I looked everywhere in the place drawn on the map I got from Tay, but I never found anything. And you were looking in the area depicted on the map. Well, obviously, what else are you supposed to do with a treasure map? I realize that, but would you know for sure where to go just by looking at that one scrap of paper? Oh, man. Oh, well, it was kind of rough, but I searched through every place that looked like it could fit. If only you poured that much enthusiasm into running your shrine. You're thinking something you shouldn't right now. Don't be absurd. And then yesterday, a throng of people out of the exact same map showed up there too. You're certain their maps were identical to yours? That's right, exactly the same. But do you still have your map now? I don't. I got sick of it and threw it away. God damn it. So you cannot present this map. But if that's the case, do you have proof Rainbow ever had a map like this one, Mei-Ling? What? When we took a statement from Tay, she told us that the map she sold, that's the map she sold to Rainbow herself. Understood. What now? Do I need to hear about this in detail? Talk to me, Krabs. Please tell me everything you can about this. I don't mind. I compared the map I had with those of the people I met. And you found they were all identical. Yeah, I checked with Kogasa's for sure. Kogasa Tatara. Me and Kogasa talked about it back then. I'm sure they also bought their maps from Tay. And you prove that? And you're certain of this? I can't prove it yet, but me, Kogasa, and the others all talked while we were comparing maps, and we all agreed this must have been Tay's doing. Once we finish things up here, we'll probably have to hear Kogasa's story as well. It's obvious this is a scam. We don't know that for sure yet. Until the very end, the defendant is still the defendant, no matter how shady they may be or how unbelievable it might sound. They are to be presumed innocent. You're saying some pretty nasty things there, friend. The defense is correct on this point. Fine words from someone who was itching to bring down the gavel right out of the gate. Somehow it feels like there are a few important details to be dug up this time. But it's Reimu we're dealing with. So what? It's never easy to get her to cooperate. Oh, so you think so too, Momiji? Well, let's deal with her before we hear from anyone else. We really only have to ask Reimu all we can. There's one thing that's bothering me. It's about how Tay's involved in this, I bet. We definitely have to ask her about it later. True, but for now, let's focus on what Reimu can tell us. Your Honor? We can end the cross-examination of Reimu's testimony, but there's one gap that I'm still curious about. Oh. It's no use! If cross-examination is over, that means you're done asking questions. Mei-Ling had an objection. Why is that? There was one thing the witness didn't explain properly, and we need to hear about it. Enough! Defense, I will allow you to ask further questions if I judge it is worthwhile. Yes, I understand. We need to hear more. About Oren, about Kogasa. I want the witness to tell us more about Kogasa. Oh, about Kogasa Tatara. Yes. But I don't really know anything else about her. And the testimony we've heard on that subject seemed quite straightforward. Oh, you think so? It might be better to ask about Oren instead. We might not get another chance. He's got a point, actually. Right, there's that too. We can move on, Your Honor. Yes, I agree, but first your penalty. Yeah. No, that makes more sense. Kogasa's gonna show up anyway, but Oren might not get involved in the proceedings without the connection with Reimu. You have no further questions? No, we need to ask about Oren. I understand what I did wrong. Yes, I suppose we should. About Oren, what do you want to know? Okay. Your Honor, may I continue? Yes, carry on. Your Honor! This seems to have been a starting point for this affair. I believe it is necessary we hear more about it. Sorry about that. Now let's hear it. First of all, you said Oren had heard about that treasure map from someone else. Right? From what she told me, she heard voices talking about it on her way to the shrine. Voices. Yeah, the wind was really strong that day, so she didn't hear clearly. But she said she heard people talking about a map, a chest, and how X is the spot. A map, a chest, and X, that does sound like a treasure map story. Doesn't it? And Tay was telling us the same story about that map she had with her. Something is off here. What's the matter, Aya? Isn't there something strange about what she just said? You mean, what she said about Tay? Yes, Oren and Tay don't have any point of contact, but Reimu just happened to meet them telling them the same story that day. There has to be more to it. You're right. Look at that smile. Well, now that we've figured that out, why don't we catch up everyone else? What is it? You are looking quite triumphant all of a sudden. Did anything occur to you? Just one thing. Oh, then let us hear this one thing. There's something I would like to confirm with Tay first. What? Don't sulk, I want to ask you about this map. That treasure map we've been talking about, you were the one who had it first, right? Well, I don't know if it's for real, but it's the map with an X on it that I had, and that's the truth. In other words, you did not draw this yourself. Of course I didn't. There's no way I could draw something like that on the spot just after hearing about it, right? Hearing about it? I guess I should just tell you. I heard the same thing Oren did that day. Settle down now, after all. This proves that the map you sold could not have been counterfeit you made. How? You don't understand? Remember the testimony we heard? You mean Reimu's testimony? Correct. Think back to what I confirmed with Reimu. How she heard news of that treasure map marked with an X. That is true. But this isn't what's important here. What do you mean it's not important? There's nothing more important than that. There's another significant fact, that being the conversation Reimu heard about from Oren. I see. You mean to say that Tay Inaba would not have a conversation all by herself? Exactly. According to Reimu's testimony, that conversation was something Oren had just heard. And not much time later, on the very same day, Reimu purchased that map from Tay. That's true. Reimu got that map the day before yesterday, and Oren had told Reimu about what she just heard. When you think about it, it's not a lot of time. That's correct, and consequently, it wouldn't be a lot of time for Tay either. As the central question of this trial is whether Tay had been selling fake maps, I think this is quite conclusive. It is true that there would have been not much time to draw forgeries. So now it's your move, Mei-ling. Ha. What? What's so funny? Oh, it's nothing. I was just thinking milady really has got you dancing in the palm of her hand. Huh? I know that I lack experience as a prosecutor, but I've received guidance from milady and Miss Patchouli. And more than that, I've been left with instructions. What the hell? Your Honor. What is it? The prosecution demands testimony from a new witness. And can you give us that witness's name? Yes, it's the name that has come up many times now, so I'm sure you'll agree we need to hear their testimony. That witness is the defendant, Tay Inaba. Order! Not good. It's just about guaranteed cross-examining the suspect is going to end badly. So what should we do? That was pretty crafty. I can't really oppose having Tay testify at this point. Why is that? Think about it. The argument I just made was good for our case. But if we want to confirm it's the truth, our only choice is to hear Tay's testimony. And if we try to stop that from happening, you understand, right? It'll hurt our credibility. It would certainly be premature to decide everything after one sole witness's testimony. Defense? Yes. As this is the defendant's testimony that is being requested, I would like to hear your opinion. There's no problem, she will testify. However, if you refuse to allow this testimony, she will. Tay will take the witness stand. And then we will hear from the suspect. Aki was not ready for that answer. We'll damage our standing if we don't cooperate here. It's better to show no hesitation. Wait, is that gonna be alright? As long as you tell no lies, everything will be fine. Gotcha. To be honest, it's a gamble, but we have no choice. Well then, prosecution, what testimony will you be asking for? First off, I want Tay to tell the court how she came to hear about this treasure map. Okay, I get it. Now, if everything's as I thought it was, this shouldn't be bad for our case, but the momentum could still swing depending on where this goes. You may begin your testimony. I didn't do nothing. What Tay heard. I was on a walk the day before yesterday when I heard some voices. It was the voice of two people, but the wind was howling, so even I couldn't hear properly. And obviously, I don't know who was speaking. Well, I just thought it was some pointless rumor back then. That's all you got? Is there some issue with the story? Well, for now, I'll let the lawyer cross-examine. Taking this lightly, are you? Understood? I'll begin my cross-examination. Bum bum! What Tay heard. I ain't saying nothing. So you heard voices, and what were they saying? Stuff about digging, and how the X is the spot. Before that, they were talking about how there was gold in a chest, and how the way it was on the map. Isn't there anything else you can tell us? Besides that, it was the voice of two people, but the wind was howling, so even I couldn't hear properly. But you did hear about a map, a chest, and an X. I heard some other words, but I can't. Wades. We made them up, but I can't make sense of them. Tumult, knitted, red tail, coasting, something like that. Are you talking about Kogasa's chest or something? What? What could that mean? I have no idea. And obviously, I don't know who was speaking. So you couldn't tell who might have been talking? Nope. But there was one thing. What is it? There was only one voice doing most of the talking. The other was just responding to him. So they were saying things like yes and no. Yeah, well, more like I see and is that right? And so nanoka! No, that's, you know, like they were having a hard time getting it. I see. So one person was explaining and the other was nodding along. Does that sound right? Yeah, just like that. You sure it wasn't you, Aya? Oh, no. I was covering something completely different that day. Bah! You know, fun. Well, I just thought it was some pointless rumor back then. And by that, you mean you didn't care about it? Yep. It was a weird conversation, so it stuck with me. But I didn't think much of it back then. I see. Well, buried treasure is the sort of thing only a human should care about. You got that right. Tay? What? Allow me to confirm. You haven't told any lies. Nope. If I was gonna lie, I'd come up with something better. I was only making sure. Defense, do you have anything to add? Yes? In this testimony just now? Your Honor, Tay is the suspect on trial. This could be false testimony she and the lawyer prepared beforehand. What? I wouldn't. So we can't be letting the defense say anything they want, any way they want. Go on. It's a simple proposal. We'll allow the lawyer to suggest a subject to question the witness further on. And if we judge that there's new information to be had, then we'll let the witness testify further. How does that sound? What do you say, defense? What could she be up to? We already have so little to go on, now she wants to restrict the info we can get even more? Do you think she knows something we don't? I have no idea, but I'll just tear right through her flimsy trap like this one. Defense, your response? I understand, we'll abide by that condition, but please let me clarify one thing. If my questioning does draw out important new facts, I won't allow you to obstruct us. Indeed, I would not permit something like this. If you both give your assent, then let us continue. Mei Ling's voice is good in this game, yeah. It has a tomboy vibe to it, which fits the character well. It tickles you pink. She still looks pretty sure of herself. There might be more to this trap of hers. But what are we going to ask Tay about? Right? If we need to find new information, there's one thing in particular. This is our opportunity to make something clear. There's a part of Tay's story that doesn't line up with what we heard before. Ah, I see. Now then, what was it you wished to ask the witness? The defense has further questions about the words Tay could hear, about the words Tay couldn't understand, about Tay not being interested in the story. Well, Tay? Please tell us about the words you couldn't understand that day. Like what? Hey, there could be something we overlooked or something we haven't heard yet. Defense, allow me to remind you that we will all quite be troubled if no new facts surface. Ah, Your Honor? Indeed, time for a penalty. Wow, I am not doing it today. I've failed every choice so far. About the words Tay could hear. Well, Tay? Please tell us more about the words you heard that day. Wow, I failed again! Like what? Hey, there could be something we overlooked or something we haven't heard yet. Oh, shit. Catastrophic failure. About Tay not being interested in the story. Well, Tay? You said you dismissed the story of the map as a rumor. Please explain in more detail. I dismissed it. It's the first case, so I can save scum. I'm just surprised I fucked it up that many times. That's what you told us. What's the point of having a witness talk about something she didn't care about? I must say I am dubious myself. Did we not settle this promptly in cross-examination just now? No, that's not quite right. Please think back. Tay told us she had no interest in the map, but if that's true, then something is strange. What do you mean? Shaken already? This wasn't a very well thought out trap after all then. Tell me, Mei Ling, if Tay didn't care about that story, how did she end up selling a map to Reimu like we heard in earlier testimony? Ah! That is certainly a mystery. That's what I'm talking about. Tay, how did you even end up with that map if you weren't interested in it? Could you explain in detail? If I gotta. That makes sense. After I heard that conversation, I sort of headed back to Ayate. That map was just lying on the ground along the way. Since it looked like it what the voices were talking about, I figured it could be a treasure map. And then, that looked like it could be good for a laugh, so I hung on to it. But in the end, I just sold it to that red and white shrine maiden. Oh. Just like I thought, Tay couldn't have known whether that map was fake or real when she sold it. So in the end, what matters is if she believed it was real when she sold it. That's right. In short, the suspect sold the map she'd obtained. Just what is going on here? Everything will be made clear in cross-examination. Yeah, well, you may begin. So you head home to A&T, but what was that you'd been intending to do before? Yeah, because Racer was calling for me. What does she want? Huh? I didn't let her get her hands on me, so I don't know. Ah, so that's how it was. Guess she must have been skipping out on an errand. Even then, that's not our problem. That mat was just lying on the ground along the way. Actually, do I have a profile for Odin? No, I don't. Alright. So that map was something you picked up off the ground. Yeah, it was like moments after I heard that story. Doesn't seem to be a lie. Since it looked like there were voices we're talking about, I figured it could be a treasure map. It looked just like it. Yeah, it matched what they were saying about, so it felt like a safe bet. There has to be something to that. And then, that looked like it could be good for a laugh, so I hung on to it. So you just picked it up off the ground and decided it was yours now. Well, it was just one little sheet of paper. And you sold that one sheet of paper to Reimu. That wasn't very long after I picked it up. Well, that's true. Would there have been time to make copies? But in the end, I just sold it to that red-white shrine maiden. I see. But what's that story about you selling maps to other people? That's so weird. I couldn't have made copies, could I? What? One moment. Sorry about that. What a mystery. Good, I believe we roughly understand the origins of this map now. Correct. It was something the defendant picked up and not something she made. But there's one thing that's not been cleared up yet. That being, how did Tay's map end up in the hands of multiple people? You got it. We can't take Tay at her word that there was only one map. Certainly. Was there truly only one sheet of this map? It has yet to be determined that the suspect was the one who distributed a large number of them. Exactly. However, will we not need another witness then? Yes, and I've got a witness ready right here. Excellent. Your next witness may take the stand then. Umbrella. There's the X, chat. There's the X. I found it. The treasure. So first tell us your name and occupation. I am the one known as Kogasa Tatara, and mine occupation would be, how do you say, entertainer? She joined the treasure hunt because she thought, if I'm the one who finds the treasure, everyone will be surprised. The poor thing. You could call her that, I guess, even though any entertainment she provides is unintentional. Kogasa, we'd like you to testify about the map you talked about with Reimu and how you got it. 'Tis no bother, my good lass. Hark, and I shall regale you all with mine curious tale. Why is she talking like that? Wait, don't tell me. Is she in character right now? Oh, she's hanging out with Futo. The tale of Kogasa Tatara. 'Twas only yesterday, whilst I nursed an empty belly, I chanced across a sort of kiosk laden with papers. When I drew near, I came to know that one could take a treasure map provided they leave coin in a box thereat. For it was written upon yon notice. Having paid the price and acquired a map, I set out on a journey, and thus I came across Reimu, bearing a map which was the spitting image of mine own. Nevertheless, there were scores of maps pawned in that kiosk in the first place, and so I thought naught of it. I feel there are some discrepancies with what we've heard before. Literally, you didn't speak like this before. Well, it's up to the cross-examination to clear this up. Indeed, the defense will now cross-examine. Understood. prithee thee, by chance. There wasn't anyone at the kiosk. Forsooth, there was nary a soul in sight, much akin to an unmanned greengrocer's stand. An unmanned grocery. I just thought that would be an easy to understand simile. Could you cut me some slack here? When I drew near, I came to know that one could take a treasure map provided they leave coin in a box. Thereat. I don't know if that's one word or that's just a missed space. I tried to read it as the reet. I see. So a box to put payment in was left on the table. Hence, having paid the price and acquired a map, I set out on a journey, and thus I came across Reimu, bearing a map which had a spitting image of my own. I happened to cross. Understood, and where were ye then? Should what I was told prove true, we were nary far from the place whence Oren first heard tell of the map. Now that's interesting. Nevertheless, there were scores of maps pawned in that kiosk in the first place, and so I thought not of it. You mean there were a lot of maps up for sale at the stall, so it couldn't be helped? Aye. And they all looked the same. They did, unless mine eyes betrayed me. So everyone must have been buying them from there. At the least, 'twas what I did. But how did that kiosk show up? Prithee, grant me but one favor, and I shall pester thee nevermore. Aye? Pray, speak thy desire. Please go back to talking like a normal person. Hence this game shall end anon. That's a relief. With this taken care of, what comes next? From now, I'd like to have a look at Kogasa's map. That's a fair point. Prosecution? Yes, I've got it ready right here. They do appear identical. That's true. But there just wasn't enough time. How could you make all these copies? But now there's no doubt there are many maps like this one and that many people purchased one. Even so, we've only come full circle. True, we haven't made any real progress. Isn't there any way to connect the facts? Connect them? I wish I could, but I can't tell what's going on. Kogasa's map was inserted in the court record. The map Kogasa had with her, it seems many identical maps have been sold. Is it identical to Reimu's? Let's see. I don't notice any difference, so I'm gonna assume. We're just picking up more maps. Well, this isn't the kind of incident where evidence gets left behind, is it? But it's so tiresome. There's nothing exciting about it. You're not wrong, but I do feel sorry for Tay if she's really not the culprit this time. Well, you know how it is. So, did you need me for anything else? Oh, right. I don't think so. Then I can go home. Have a nice day. See you. There's really no tension in the air at all. Well then, shall we stop here for now? In the end, we still do not understand the situation. That's right, we're totally stuck. But I would rather not have to take up another day. Let us go into recess for the time being. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. The prosecution is to come up with a way to proceed in the meantime. I got it. Then court is henceforth in recess. April 4th, 11:45. Defendant's lobby. I don't want to do this anymore. There, please have some tea. It'll cheer you up. And you're acting like a granny now. Atasha Obacha. What? Are bamboo flasks really that granny-ish? Who cares about that? You gotta get me off, I'm begging you. Even if you say that, to be honest, a dull incident like this one is somehow harder to handle than the nail biters. That's because we don't have anything to latch on. What is it? Tay, you didn't tell any lies, did you? What? You doubting me? It goes beyond that. Beyond? Right. If you weren't telling the truth, then I won't be able to do anything. I need to know if I can trust your testimony or not. This is important, Tay. I wasn't lying. Understood. After all that, that's all you got to say to me? The only thing that matters is that one point. And we're not in any position to be putting any plans in place. That's right. We have no idea what the prosecution's next move will be. If they can't come up with any new witnesses or evidence either, then we'll really be at a stalemate. You don't say. Well, a 10-minute break isn't much to have any kind of meeting. But it's plenty of time to leisurely enjoy tea. I knew it. It's hopeless. I almost forgot. There's still something I need to confirm. Huh? First, show me on this map where you were when you heard those voices if you can. I was around here. Thank you. And one more thing. Another. It's about the conversation you overheard. Can you arrange everything you remember in order? Ah, that. The way to Tumult chest in a pit. The treasure you can dig. Knitted, but for me, a map. There were the other voices said something. After that, it was after digging, trust me. Red tail. The chest was golden, coasting. You can just dig. The chest of coin, it's real. X the spot. That's about it. Still doesn't make any sense. There are a lot of words that don't sound right. Nothing I could do about that. No, it's not that I was blaming you. Looks like it's time. Yeah, let's get back to it then. We will now resume, but has the prosecution made any progress? For now, we'll be calling Rin Kaienbyo as a witness. Oh, then we will be hearing about, yes, the conversation she heard that day. I fear it may be the same story we heard before, but we do have very little information to go on. What is the defense's opinion? You may be right, but I also think it can't be helped. Now then, are we going to learn anything new? Hey, stop! Well, witness, your name and occupation. Nice. She heard about the treasure map on the wind and told Rainbow about it. You could say she is the cause of this tragedy. Look at that smile. Alright. Rin Kaienbyo. Just call me Orin, please. I'm Miss Satori's pet. He's talking like Tay now. Then Orin, please tell us about the story you heard. Sure. But I don't think it's very interesting. Don't worry about that. Okay, got it. In that case, you may begin your testimony. Alright. What Orin heard. It was something I heard while I was on my way to the Hakone Shrine that day. But I couldn't really make out anything except treasure, map, chest, and X is the spot. Because the wind was really strong that day, and that's pretty much all I know. Well, that seems to be a serious and honest testimony for once, but quite sparse. And nothing we can do about it. If I can get a do-over, I could lie a bunch and make it more dramatic if you want. Certainly not. And with that in mind, the defense has a proposal. What is it? I won't cross-examine. What? What? You'll not cross-examine. Did I hear you correctly? I mean what I said, but I do want to ask the witness to cooperate with me on one thing. So you have a request for the witness then? Yes. Orin, can you show me where you were on this map when you heard those voices? Eh? Sure, pal, if that's all you want. It was around here. I see. And which way was the wind blowing? Must have been like this. Thank you very much. This is... Take a look at this map and I'll explain. We have the location of the two witnesses and they were both standing downwind on this map. Indeed. Looks like it. And since both of them heard the same conversation, we can deduce the ones speaking were somewhere around here. I see. As the wind was strong that day, you would not hear voices traveling upwind, and so those who heard them must have been downwind. Exactly. And since Tay couldn't make out more than what was said, it's safe to assume she was closer to them. It's true that stuff about treasure maps and chests feels kind of dodgy to me. I really could barely make it out. If they were too far, even the accused couldn't hear them. So if you were to find other people who were there that day, then maybe... Oh, hold on a minute. How are we supposed to look for people like that? Ah, I didn't think of that. Anyway, going by this map, we can narrow down where to look to some degree. But we still have no conclusive evidence, and we do not appear to be drawing closer to the heart of this incident. That is true. Speaking of which, Orin, did you meet anyone on your way to the shrine that day? Oh yeah, I did. What? Who was it? You never told me about that. You didn't ask? What? Now is not the time to argue, prosecution. We will discuss this matter later. Yes. So, who was it you encountered then? It was Rayson. We met at the crossroads on the map. Are you serious? Then she must have also heard these same voices. Prosecution! She's on the jury, by the way. Yes? Call Rayson Udongi Ninaba as a witness post haste. Yes! She's literally right there in the stands. As we have only just taken a recess, we will wait as it is. I apologize for the inconvenience. Understood. Well, bro, I can see her! She's right there! Psst, hey, friend. Yes? It kinda didn't hit me before because this was so boring, but aren't I in a bad spot here? I guess so. We haven't been finding any clues. Whoa, hold up! What's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? What's that? What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this is no big deal? I'm the one who should be getting mad. But you're always getting in trouble over tricks like this one anyways. If it's for something I did, then I can deal with it. I don't want to get punished for something I didn't do. I feel the same way. It's awful for anyone to be wrongly accused, even if it is someone like Tay. You could have left that heart out, alright? You're being pretty harsh yourself there, Momiji, but I guess you're right. Come on, please, you gotta help me. Everything's going to be fine. Aya. I guess I really was just going through the motions, but I feel awake now. Let's get to work. Yes. We don't need a recess. Your Honor, we've got a hold of the witness. Yeah, she was in the stands. Very good. Let us proceed without delay. Bunny. Hey, why are you dragging me here all of a sudden? You were already here! You were in the stands! I'm sorry, but we need your help. First off, please tell us your name and occupation. The Moon Rabbit from A&T, she has to do everything her master demands, but she is the unhappy lot of a faithful underling like her. Such is the unhappy lot of a faithful underling like her. Bunny 1 or Bunny 2? Alright. Reisen Udongain Inaba. I assist master over at A&T. We'd like you to testify about the day before yesterday. You met with Orin there, right? Oh, is this about that treasure map rumor? Yes, that's it. She was so full of herself and acting tough before, but it's like she never had any plan at all. To be more specific, a little before that, we'd like to know what you were doing before you and Orin met. Okay, but can we make this quick? I'm going to get in trouble if I don't get back to work soon. Then without further ado, you may begin. If we get a full room of the court, is she still going to be up there? Or is it like somebody pretending to be her? I heard about a map, a chest, and an X2. Apart from that, I don't remember much else. At that time, I was gathering ingredients for medicine at Master's request. I happened to overhear that conversation while I was looking in the bushes. After gathering for a bit, I was about to head back, and that's when I ran into Orin. We made a bit of chit-chat, then parted ways. Okay, bye. Yet more fruitless testimony. Now that it has come to this is bad. If things go on like this, we won't have anything to fight with, and no matter what I say, the judge's mind is already made up. Well, somebody's got to go to jail. Might as well be Tay. Because it's Tay, yep. Momiji, you're not pulling any punches today. Your Honor, we've been waffling. Waffling? There's no way that... Excuse me? Waffling? Waffle. Fail to make up one's mind.
Waffle.
Huh. Huh. So that, okay. Alright. I didn't know that. I did not know that waffling was a term for like, I completely drew a blank again. Whoops. Good morning, by the way. Prattle, chatter, babble, ramble, jabber, gibber, gabble, gab. Yeah. Prattling, essentially. Rambling. I had no idea waffle could be used like that. That's new to me. But nothing we've heard proves the suspect innocent, and we've seen there are plenty of victims. Even if they were just defrauded of a small sum, it's hard for yokai to get money, and they need that money to have dealings with humans, so could you please consider how they must feel? Yeah, they have to spend it at Mistia's Grubhub. Oh god, I said that and my mind went to a dark place. A dark Grubhub related place. Not so fast. Nothing's been decided yet. Talking like it was all a foregone conclusion is just underhanded. Oh, is that so? Well, what does everyone in the gallery think about this? Rayson went back up in the jury stand, and now Tay's on a box. I mean, it is Tay. It's the kind of scam she'd come up with. She never learns, does she? It's been a while since we last had the whole courtroom against us. Oh, it's a bit scary. In this situation, do you really still need to go through with a cross-examination? Naturally. Let's hope it doesn't turn out to be a waste. Well, I see your masters have also trained you in the art of sarcasm. Alright, what Rayson heard. What'd you hear with those big bunny ears? I heard about a map, a chest, and an X2. Apart from that, I don't remember much else. Is there anything else you can tell us? Please do, no matter how trivial. Even then. Really? Excuse me, you can carry on. At that time, I was gathering ingredients for my medicine at Master's request. Ingredients? Yes, some traditional medicine is best made with the ingredients found in the wild. What were they? Hold on, let me check my memo for that day. 5 licorice, 1 earth dragon, 3 fertility, 2 jasmine. That was it that time. What do you mean 1 earth dragon? What do those numbers mean? Quantities. The details might vary, but I have Master's preferences committed to memory. I see. I know what licorice, fertilities, and jasmines are, but what's earth dragon? Sounds scary, but it's just worms. We make earthworms spit up mud, dry them, and crush them into powder. It's good for clearing heat. Is this real? Like, is this a real thing, or is this? They make them spit up mud, dry them, and crush them into powder, and it's good for clearing heat. This is actual traditional Chinese medicine stuff. Does it work? That sounds just. Wait a minute. Do they crush the worms, or do they crush do they crush the mud they spit up? No, they don't get pulped, because pulping implies a pulpy mess, but they're dried and then crushed into powder, so they're Thanos snapped. That is fucking weird. That is so weird. Oh my god, that is weird. Ah, I see. They make them spit up the mud to remove impurities, then dry and grind the worms. That is so fucking weird. Whoa there, you can interview her on your own time. Sorry, force of habit. I happened to overhear the conversation while I was looking in the bushes. And as we expected, it was about treasure chests and an X. And what do you think when you heard that? I didn't really think much of it. I figured somebody was telling a story or something. How very reasonable of you. After gathering for a bit, I was heading back, and that's when I ran into Orin. Where did this happen? It was near that bridge that goes over the river. I was gathering off the side of the road originally. Ah, right, you were picking medicinal plants. We made a bit of chit-chat and parted ways. What do you talk about? Nothing special. Well, I guess we talked about those voices we just heard. Really? Once again, no progress has been made. We don't know who made copies of the map, and we don't know who sold them. Is it me or does Tay look relieved? What's wrong? Nah, it's nothing. I must be overthinking it. We still don't have any conclusive evidence, but... Quite so. As it stands, it would be difficult to render a clear and just verdict. Psst, friend! Yes? What's gonna happen to me at this rate? Well, if you're found guilty for something like this, you'll get a scolding and that'll be it, I assume. For real? Well, I'm tired of this, so that'll be fine. Eh? That's not what she was saying just a moment ago. What changed? And she looks so pleased, it doesn't make sense. Is something wrong? Exactly. From the beginning, there's been something wrong about Tay. A persistent incongruity. She's been acting meek and swearing she's not lying, and defending her has gone smoothly to an extent. Aya? But it's been niggling at me. That's a word. The ones who could tell us everything would be the two we were talking about the map, but we don't know who they are. And then the one who knows the most after them would be Tay herself. Hey, Aya. Could it be that even if Tay hasn't been lying, she hasn't also not been telling us the whole truth? So she's been complying so she can keep the truth hidden, but there's no proof. Is there no way to make sure? Aya, are you listening? Wow. What now, Momiji? They're about to go to the verdict. Is that fine? Kwa. What? Well, what is it, defense? I do not intend to put off the verdict any longer. But please wait a moment. No, really, at this point, this is not a very grave affair. It seems meaningless to drag things out further. No, I can still solve the mystery of the treasure maps. I just said the first thing that popped in my head. Cut it out, lawyer. I've told you I'm fine with it, so I don't do anything stupid. Still on the laudable, albeit unprecedented event that Tay Inaba will accept punishment for her misdeeds. Is there really any need to continue the trial? That's not right. It's not how it is. That is not the point. Lawyer, if you really want it, I'll give you a chance. Eh? I can let you have a shot at making an argument. If we discover something new, the trial can continue. Is that fine, Your Honor? I suppose. That's very helpful of you. Thanks. Aya. What is it, Momiji? Hey now, she's already agreed. You're not going to go back on your word, are you? What? You didn't ask what the catch was. Oh crap! There haven't been any tense moments this whole time, so I completely let my guard down. Too bad. I've been told to never go easy on you. So this is the sudden death round, see? Let me just... Wait! Isn't that a bit too harsh? This is case 1! There is nothing to be done about it. You are the one who agreed to this without heeding the consequences. I just got reeled in like a fish. Or maybe this was your fate. Wait up! I didn't agree to this! Overruled. Hey! This hearing has seen no progress in quite some time, but if the defense insists there's still a way to discover the truth, then they will be allowed to speak, even if I believe I can already render the appropriate verdict. However, if this proves to be merely fruitless attempt at buying time, you will not be given another chance. So this was going to be my only shot anyway, wasn't it? That's more than enough. Very well, what is it you will do then? Now's the moment of truth, Aya Shimei-Maru, so think about it before you answer. What is it we overlooked? We're walking on the edge of a cliff. One wrong step and it's over. Present new evidence. Call a new witness. Call for new evidence? I am 0-3 on these, by the way. I can't even look at my evidence. The defense will present evidence. Evidence. But all we've got is that map. Obviously, the map is what I'm talking about. What are you going on about now? We poured over this thing all day. There's someone whom we need to show this to. That'd just be another waste of time. You are the one who gave me this final chance, and I can use it any way I want. Both of you settle down. Defense, who do you intend to show this map to? I really am teetering on the edge now. It is. There's someone who hasn't been shown this map yet. I have to see how they react. Bunny. Is this not the witness who was just here? So like I said, this is all a waste of time. I'll be exercising the right you gave me. It's too late for you to refuse. What? Yes, that is the agreement you made. The witness will take the stand again. What is it now? I really have to get back. I'm very sorry, there was one thing we forgot to confirm. What? Please have a look at this map. This map? This is one of those treasure maps that have appeared on the market. It was... Why do you have one of my maps? First sold to rate... What? I'm asking you, why do you have one of my maps? But please hold on a minute. What? You were the one who made this treasure map, Raisin? No, this is one from the gathering maps I make. When I got back to the clinic from my errand that day, Master wasn't there and there was a note left behind. It said, make copies of your map, so I did, and I made more than 10 then and there. So Raisin was the scammer who sold those maps? Who are you calling a scammer? I just copied them like I was told to. You only copied them, but then who's been selling them? I don't know. Well, we know who made more of those maps now, but it didn't help us much. Right. Who could possibly have used Miss Raisin to do such a thing? Now that we've come this far, we might as well ask at the source. Meaning me? Right. You didn't meet anyone else out there that day, did you? I did pass by someone. Of course you did. Of course you met someone. Eh? I'm sure it was a girl from Yoden Temple. Her name was... It was Nazarin! Who was it? Gyakuten, Sho, Murasa, Nazarin? No, it wasn't any of them. What? It wasn't? Then who was it? Huh? Someone else? It wasn't the rat. Maybe it was Kyoko Kasudani? Or maybe it was Who Junu? Who? What do you mean, who? That's disrespectful. I've also met her on the mountain once. Hold it. You keep my name out of your mouth. What? Who's? You can't just badmouth somebody when they're sitting in the audience. Oh, okay. Hi. How you doing, Kyoko? Keep my goddamn name out of your mouth. No one's bad-mouthing anybody. Eh? You're not? You there, on the stand. Yes? Might you be the person in question? Kyoko Kasudani. That I am! I'm Kyoko Kasudani! My shouting voice is my pride and joy! Could you turn down the volume on that voice? What? It'd be a disgrace to not let my voice be heard. You got a double, there. No one's going to be disgracing anybody. Well, enough about that then. You want something from me? That is correct. The impact was so great I was stupefied for a moment. Well, she's definitely unique. The fact is, your name has come up in our trial, and so we will hear your testimony as a witness. What? You want to hear my voice? It might be more accurate to say we have to. No problem! I listened to everything you've all been talking about so far, so this is gonna be spot on! This might be the first time a witness has completely taken over the courtroom. First, your name and occupation. What Kyoko knows. At that time, I was walking with Sho and Nazareth nearby. Those two were talking about that day's supper. I wasn't doing anything special. I was just walking along with them. But then they went their own way, and I went up the mountains by myself. Okay. What the hell was that? Wasn't the hall with that? Wash the hall with that. No. No? Hey, you! What was all that about being spot on? What's this testimony even have to do with the case? It's fine. Nothing's fine about this. If you want to know, you must cross-examine me! Holler as loud as you can! I can take it! I'll cross-examine? Well, if you choose not to, I will not protest, but this will be the end of the trial. I will, I'll do it! Oh my god. The Yamabiko suddenly appeared like a bolt from the blue. Everyone's ears were filled with "Gate" before we even knew what hit us. Practice your sutras. How did you end up there? I know it's exhausting, but keep it together. Your sentences are falling apart. Oh, I get it. We were coming back from getting groceries. Groceries? Yeah, it was for today's supper. Ah, I see. Those two were talking about that day's supper. She's having fun. What were they saying? Nothing unusual. They were just talking normally. Alright. I wasn't doing anything special. I was just walking alongside them. Why were you walking together? Because we've been shopping together. I see. But you weren't chatting with them. I didn't really take part in the conversation. Understood. But then they went their own way, and I went up the mountain by myself. What? Why did you separate? I don't really know, but they looked really tired for some reason. I feel like I already know why. Well, I'm so tired. She really is loud. This must be rough for people with sensitive ears. Are you going to be alright? I think I feel a headache coming on. I really don't want to listen to this any longer. At this point, shouldn't we pin down where she was exactly? That's right, let's not forget this time. I was walking with them nearby. Okay. Alright, we gotta present some evidence. Yes. I guess I'm presenting the map. Which map? Not the map. This evidence definitely proves you're wrong. Uh-oh. Huh? It didn't let me present evidence. Kogasa's. Oh, right. I'm a fool. No? It's neither of the maps? Okay. Dead. Enough. This court sees no need for further deliberation. Guilty! Danzai! Dead. Game over. I only have 3 pieces of evidence, so I figured I would need to get her position on the map because I pressed everything. I guess I have to present, Raisin, right? Because Raisin ran into her, yeah. I was walking with Sho and Nazrin. 2 talking about today's supper. One logged. I went up the mountains by myself. Yeah, Raisin makes sense here, actually. No. Alright. Perhaps I'm missing something. How did you end up there? Coming back from getting groceries, yeah. What were they saying? Nothing unusual, they were just talking normally, alright. Why were you walking together? Because we've gone shopping. We're chatting. I didn't really take part in the conversation. Understood. Why did you separate? I don't really know, but they look really tired. I feel like I already know why. I seem to be missing something. There's not like there's a lot to like present is the thing. There's 2 pieces of evidence and there's profiles. Quite a few profiles. Wasn't doing anything special? No. Alright, time to play the game. Time to play the game called Present the Map on Every Option. Nope. Lol them out. Well, shit, dude. I'm actually kind of confused here. I'm not sure which option I have to hit here, and I'm not even sure what I have to hit it with. No, not that. Not the rabbits. Chat, you got any ideas? I'm actually really confused. I'm not sure what to... I'm not really sure what to do here. Like, I feel like I know where this is gonna go, but I don't know how to get it there. Which is surprising, because there's very little evidence, actually, like, in this case. So I'm not really sure how I'm missing this. Yeah, I could use a... Kyoko could use a bone, as could I right now. Just... I'm open to... it's the very first one. Okay, there we go. I was walking with Sho and Nazrin nearby. Wait, no, oh, I get it now. I get it. Because if she was walking with them nearby, then Raisin would have heard them, right? But Raisin didn't see them. Kyoko, please have a look at this map. I got it. That's the map? It is. Could you show us where nearby would be on this map? No problem! Even her hemming and hawing is allowed. Probably... here! Well, we found it. Why there? I can tell you, you must question me again. No? No. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but... what's the holdup? Ask and I'll answer. Defense, you should hear her through to the end. Please, I won't try to stop you. End it. Everyone's got the same dead, glassy stare. I guess that's what you call a captive audience. We really don't have a choice. Well, fine then. Now, Kyoko, can you tell us about the details of that conversation? You got it. Why does she have to be so pointlessly peppy? I'm sure that must have been it. See, the way they do it is they melt the cheese in a pot, then bread served so you can dip it and eat it, but for me, that's just a warm-up. After dipping, I roast my bread till the cheese is golden, because then you can just dip in the cheese again and it really hits the spot. Something like that. So according to my deductions, back then I was repeating everything they said. I had to live up to the name of the Yamabiko. Oh, I get it now. I get it. The Japanese for map is chizu. So that sounds like cheese. But the wind was strong that day, so it could be that those people didn't hear me properly. And then maybe they could have heard X's the spot when it really was hits the spot. Do you get it? And that's how I solved the case. I figured it out while I was sitting in the gallery, and I got so excited. What a first case. Huh? What's wrong, everybody? Oh, are you astonished by my deductions? Are you kidding me? Well, this turned out to be quite an eventful day. You can say that again. Looks like we'll be keeping Tay in custody. And how is she doing? She's still unresponsive, Your Honor. I think all that shouting knocked her out. That is a pity. I suppose keen hearing can be both a blessing and a curse. But if she's unresponsive, then what are we going to do about her confession? I suppose we need to confirm at a later date, but this court is ready to deem the case closed. It appears that Touhou will need to be brought to task for her mischief once more at a later date. And with that, court is adjourned! This time the trial came to quite an unusual end. This uproar was caused by Tay, who tricked Raisin into duplicating her map and then sold the copies at that stall. But as she had yet to recover from the sonic assault she was subjected to, her punishment was still pending. And now I should make it clear that many misunderstandings that led to this disaster. The chest was actually cheese. Treasure was bread served. Our map was warm-up. Oh my god. Golden was golden. Digging was dip in. And of course, X the spot was hits the spot. Being misquoted can lead to some truly terrible things. As quoted by Abraham Lincoln himself, of course. As a representative of the press, I wrote this article so it could both serve as an account of what truly happened and a cautionary tale to all of us. Do 'em dirty right in front of them squad. That's Gandhi, by the way. Our newspaper will be reporting on the ongoing story of Tay Inaba's next court appearance as it develops, so do expect a follow-up article in next issue. An excerpt from the Boom Boom Mutter newspaper. So it was Tay's fault the whole fucking time. It was Tay's fault. She was selling the maps. She didn't make them, but she tricked Raisin into making them because they were bullshit maps. And then she sold them for profit. And I guess she didn't want, I assume she didn't want that case to carry on anymore because like Kyoko was gonna show up and get loud and knock her the fuck out. I'm not really sure though. I was trying to prove Tay's innocence right up to the last moment. That was confusing as fuck. At that point, I was just like, the entire point of this case was like, it's Tay, so it's obviously her. It's like, Tay's like, no, believe me, it wasn't me. And then it fucking was her. It was her the whole time anyway. What was the point of all that? Well, at the least the paper will be set for a little while thanks to this. Good job, that trial was pretty painful, but it'll make for some unique articles, won't it? Turnabout Festival, yeah. Unless you mean the name of the case, I don't remember what it was called. They're usually tiring, but this one felt extra exhausting. My ears are still ringing. Oh, and here's your tea. Thanks. It's hot. That's Aya for you. What? Text is unchanged. The next episode is now available. Oh. Well, we're not going to do it today, but we're going to take a look at what it could be. Tutorial. Hollow Discourse on paper. The Grimoire of Marissa. A grimoire has been stolen from Marissa's home, and it seems the culprit is Sanae. And so, at the request of the two divine pillars of Moria, Aya must rise to the challenge and take on her defense. Interesting. Sanae has been present in like every game, but I don't think she's ever been the defendant. Alright. But this time the plaintiff is Marissa, huh? Marissa got robbed. Crazy. But I will be stopping there. It's under the 2-hour mark, but if I start it right now... If I start it right now, it's going to take a while to get to the court day, and then I'll lose time. So it's kind of a shame, but I also want to... I can pretty much do the entire case in one sitting if I do it the next time. The first case is always the same, though, right? The first case is always just a court day. And since there was a tutorial case, it took 20 minutes, mostly because I was slacking on it. But if the tutorial case didn't exist, I probably could have done the investigation day. Because the second investigation day is usually pretty short anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. But I can crank out the entire case in one sitting, most likely, if I do it all in one go. And it's at an awkward time frame right now. It's at an awkward time frame is all right now to like start the second case. Because I won't be able to play it again till Monday. So it'll be a little bit. But there you go, chat. There's the start. There's the start of the next Aya game. So, I like these games a lot. I really do. And there's so many of them to play, right? So, I will continue playing it. I will resume on Monday with Case 2. Maybe we'll see some new characters. We did see a new character in Kyoko. So, it's 2011 this game came out. So, 10 Desires characters are in the rotation. So, you know, Futo, Miko, Tojiko, Seiga, Yoshika, who else? Yiko. all kinds of them. Oh, Mamizo as well. Oh shit. Oh, Mamizo. I bet Mamizo's gonna show up. That'll be great. All right. But yeah, I'll return to this on Monday with the second case. Stay tuned.